Okay folks, Artie Fuddy here. I've been asked by a few and seen some comments how we make dirt roads or gravel roads. Well, here you go. I've done this one here. That's part of my Australian scene from Western New South Wales. As you can see, I've managed to achieve the finish and whatnot of a typical gravel dirt road of Australia that we have here, and this can be adopted on most other places around the world as well. Now, one thing to take into account is that the surface itself is actually compactable dirt. So the dirt that I use here is from nearby. It's a clayey dirt. I'm going to go out now and show you how I look for it. Okay, so what does one do when they can't get the hobby shop and want to do some dirt roads, especially like in our situation? Well, you go and get some. So I'm here getting some dirt off, or clayey dirt, which we would use on a typical road, gravel road, dirt road, or whatever you want to call it, around here in Australia. So what I'm going to show you is I'm going to get some here. I'm after this pinky stuff, you can see here. Because it's got a fair bit of clay. This other bit over here's got a fair bit of topsoil washed up into it, and I don't want that. Now, when we're making the roads and that, we're actually looking for something that's compactable. You can even see that bit there. We look for stuff that's compactable. Sometimes we can actually put a blend of cement into it to make a bond together like concrete. So anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get myself a little tin and fill it up, take it home, dry it, and then sift it. Okay, so we're back in here. And as you see, this bit's finished. Now I'm going to go to one section, which is going to be a parking area for the vehicles and trucks, which is this little dirt patch here. So what I've done there is the same as before. I've placed a I did colour the base with yellow ochre, and then before that dried, I sprinkled the fine dirt on it using the strainer, like this one, just normal tea strainer, this with fine holes in it. I haven't been able to find a finer one yet, which I would prefer. Now what I'm going to do is, it's been taking some time to do, is I've got to crush up some more dust and put another layer over the top and spray it down. Now what happens is, before I glue it down, I use one of these rollers. Okay, and just keep rolling it down until I get the indentation and the smoothness using this roller. And I also use this with our local clay and dirt. You can do it with some soft sands, because you want to get the powder nice and smooth. So you can get this nice, soft, hard wearing surface. Is what I've got here. Now it's going to take 2-3 goes with with my mix that I use is the PVA glue and water with a bit of dishwashing liquid and alcohol. And I'll show you the process how I do it with this here. Okay, so what I'm going to do here now, before I roll that off, I've got a bit of my clay dirt here, and it needs to be, I need to try to get it as fine as possible. And it's been taking so long because of the weather here. It's been taking so long for it to dry up. So what I'm doing is I'm getting my little roller, this little roller here, and crushing it. As you can see, it's getting finer and finer, so I want to get it the powdery, light powder consistency. So I'll just keep rolling this down until I get what I want, a real fine dust. Any lumps, the sifter will actually take it out. And this is just use a natural product that's around the area. You should be able to get some of this this kind of dirt, or clay should I say, compactable clay, from most building sites. So if you see any building sites nearby or roads being constructed, it'll always be a pile of this around. Just get a scoop of it, let dry that good, and crush it up as you see here. Yeah, it is a lot of work, but at the end of the day, you can save a lot of money and you can get the colour that you need. Soils this material is one of the hardest colours to get right. I'm just trying to find my little brush. There it is. So I'll just brush that up in the middle. See, it's all coming up fine. I'm not going to need too much of it. Whatever I save up, I'll bag it up or bottle it up or whatever you want to call it, and save it up for down the track. So I'm just going to go for another roll over it. As you can see, it gets really, really powdery, and that's what you want. You really want it powdery, because the surface does get beaten up by traffic and does turn to powder and does change its form and texture and colour after it's been run over X amount of times. Okay. So I'll just brush this up. And so I'm not going to need much on this next section. I will have to go over it twice, just to get the nice finish. Or maybe once, to see how I go on that part. But on here I had to recover it twice. After the initial, what I done was used the paint as a glue, and I crushed, when it dried I crushed it over, got some more of this dust, put it over top, sprayed it down, put another coat over it to get the holes out of it, or the potholes, and then instead of letting it dry for 24 hours, just as it started to cure, went over with a roller, mainly where the main excuse me, where the main part of the traffic is here, to get that worn look. So I'm going to do this, I'm going to tap this portion here with the roller. This has already had one coat of glue over it. So I'm going to go with the roller just to get it that look, and you'll see how the colours will change after I tap the roller over it. See how it's going to a lighter colour. Now I'm not going to worry that it's going a little bit over the bitumen onto the tar section, because it gives it that look that the traffic's come on and off it. So there you go, I've got that layer done. Going to give it another little bit of a coat. I'm just going to give it another little coat over the top of the fine stuff. And get my little sifter. Get a little spatula. Okay, so I've got that done now like that. Just going to get the brush again. Use a softer brush this time. Try to get most of that dust off the side. There we go. Now to get it smoothed out, to get it smoothed out with my roller, let's the other brush. Just go over it with the brush. See how fine it is. some of the caps as well. I don't mind that the road is a little bit, the bitumen is a little bit dirty. It's going to give me that effect that I want. Just take your time. Take your time and you'll get the result that you need. Okay, so going over with the brush, with the fine brush. Now I'll get the roller. This time I'll just gently go over the top. I'm not going to put any force on it. Yes, I know it's leaving a bit of a lip. Well, that doesn't really matter that much. And yes, so there will be some potholes in it, but most little shoulders do develop potholes in time. Okay. So again over that. I do have a little bit of potholes here, but that will fix itself up. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is get my little board. I don't want to spray all this all over the place, so I'm just going to gently spray what I've just done. Like that. Actually, I'm going to need a little bit more. Now I'm going to put a light sprinkle over the top in a couple of spots. Now, I'm going to leave that to dry for 12 hours and come back and we'll finish it off. So the magic of modern technology is approximately 12 hours now since I sprayed down the glue. It's still a little bit damp, but that's alright, because now I'm going to go do the final process to how I do my roads. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the roller and re-roll this section down. Not putting too much pressure, just having to go backwards and forwards over it. And you see how it changes a little bit with the smoothness and the texture. Just go over it until it hardens up. There will be some stuff sticking up. I'm not worried about that. I'm just going to clean it up. As you can see, it's all smoothing out again. There is going to be a little bit of roughness there. Towards the edge I can go a little bit harder. See how it's giving that smoother finish. So what I'm going to do now is I'm pretty much reasonably happy with the finish on it. Just going to clean the edge of the roller. Scraper. There are some dark spots at the moment because it's still a little bit damp, but that is going to go back to its natural colour after it's dried up. I'm not too fussed a little bit that I've got a little bit of dirt on the side here, because basically as the vehicles pull out from the curb, they take the dirt away with them. So now I just touch that up with paint. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to let this cure for at least another 24 hours, and it will end up drying up to this colour here. So that's how I do my dirt roads, my dirt gravel roads. So this is how I do my dirt roads. I will do another tutorial somewhere down the track on how I do my black asphalt roads here. But it's pretty simple and straightforward. The longest process of this whole thing is having the glue to dry. But apart from that, it's a bit of fun, and there's so much you can do with it too. You can add more textures with using old Matchbox cars to do wheel imprints. This is a nice time to do it when it's just a little bit damp before it cures. You can run over a car or whatnot. I tend to use Matchbox cars. The old ones that is basically thrown away, or hot rod vehicles, and you can actually have that mud indentation of where the tyres have been. But because it's the main road, you don't get so much. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.